trumpets heralded the announcement that Lao Tzu was to be anointed as the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the city was set abuzz. Every tea house and market square resonated with animated discussions about this surprising decision. For Lao Tzu, though revered, was also known for his unconventional outlook on justice and life. It was even whispered that before accepting the mantle, he had privately met the emperor. With the humility of a monk and the clarity of a seer, he had voiced his concerns. "Your Majesty, entrusting me with this role might not unfold as you anticipate. Our visions, though both for the prosperity of this empire, may diverge." The emperor, with the twinkle of a challenge in his eyes, responded with unwavering determination. "I've made kings and vanquished foes. Decisions I have taken many, and this, appointing you, is mine to make. Your wisdom is what the court needs, even if it challenges the very core of our beliefs." Dawn broke, casting a golden hue upon the grand city. The usually serene streets were bustling with excitement. The word had spread. Today was the inauguration of Lao Tzu as the Chief Justice. By mid-morning, a procession of carriages adorned with silver and gold, bearing the city's elite, began arriving at the emperor's court. They were all eager to bear witness to Lao Tzu's debut, nobles in their lavish robes, scholars with inked fingers and citizens, young and old who had only heard tales of Lao Tzu. As the gong resonated, signaling the court's commencement, a hush fell over the assembly. The first case was presented. A disheveled man, with chains binding his wrists, was escorted to the center. This was the man accused of stealing from the mansion of the wealthiest merchant in the entire kingdom. The evidence was overwhelming. Numerous witnesses, including guards and household staff, came forward, each narration painting the thief guiltier than the last. To top it all, the thief, with his head hung low, whispered a confession. As the weight of the evidence sunk in, murmurs of anticipated judgment filled the vast hall. Surely Lao Tzu would hand out a swift and severe punishment. But the hushed whispers were met with a verdict that would be talked about for generations. Both the thief and merchant were to be imprisoned for the same duration, 6 months. A deafening silence was interrupted only by the audible gasps. All eyes darted towards merchant. His usually composed face was contorted in disbelief. "On what grounds am I being accused? It's my fortune that was taken from me." Lao Tzu, leaning forward from his elevated seat, locked eyes with the merchant. He began, his voice calm yet firm. "Your insatiable desire for wealth has drained the very life out of this city. This man, although guilty of theft, acted out of desperation born from the disparities you have played a part in creating." The implications of Lao Tzu's words were not lost on the assembly. It was as if a mirror was held up to the nobility, forcing them to confront an uncomfortable truth. The merchant, initially stunned, regained his composure. "Wise as you may be," he retorted defiantly, "consider this. If in your eyes I am a thief for my amassed wealth, then our beloved emperor would be the grandest thief, for his vaults are filled by taxes from every corner of this realm." His words held a veiled threat. The undercurrents of the power dynamics were palpable. The merchant, without awaiting a response, swiftly exited the court, demanding a private audience with the emperor. The seeds of doubt had been sown. If Lao Tzu could question the integrity of the city's wealthiest merchant, what would prevent him from casting the same scrutiny upon the emperor? The emperor, upon hearing the merchant's concerns and remembering Lao Tzu's initial hesitance, realized his error. He summoned Lao Tzu and said, "Our perspectives truly differ. Perhaps it was a mistake to appoint you." Lao Tzu, his voice soft yet penetrating, responded, "If you'd ever pondered upon it, we might have seen eye to eye. While you collect power and wealth, I see the root causes of the evils that plague our society. It is the inequality and greed at the top that causes despair at the bottom." The emperor sighed, a weight heavy on his shoulders. I wanted justice, but I wasn't ready to face its truth. You may step down from your position." Lao Tzu, ever graceful, replied, "Always remember, the crimes in the alleyways begin in the palaces. Seek to address the root, not just the branches." The legend of Lao Tzu's day in court serves as a poignant reminder of the profound link between wealth, power, and the ills of society. It became a tale that parents narrated to their children, scholars debated in their halls, and even the future rulers remembered as a lesson in justice and equity.